I'm Eliana.
And I'm Emily.
And this is lesson 1 of our video course on creative expression. In this course, we'll be talking about how to unleash your creative beast through writing and art. To start us off, we are going to prove that you are creative, whether you know it or not. And this lesson will have 3 parts. Part 1 is about how we humans reflect our creator. Part 2 answers the question, what is creativity? And part 3 explains why creative expression is important. So let's begin with part 1, reflecting our creator.
Okay, and as human beings, we're creative because we reflect our creator. And Genesis 1:27 says that God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created them.
Yeah, and that includes you. But with the great power of creativity comes great responsibility. Ecclesiastes 11:9 says this, "Rejoice, O man, in your youth, and let your heart cheer you in the days of your youth. Walk in the ways of your heart and in the sight of your eyes, but know that for all these things, God will bring you into judgment."
Yeah, and that verse is a sober warning that God will hold us accountable for what we write and what we draw.
But don't let that scare you from getting creative. There are so many ways that writing and art and other forms of creative expression can be used for good.
Yeah, so that verse reminds me that as long as I have a good understanding of what is right and what is not, then I can enjoy what I do, including creativity. And I can use it to bring glory to God.
I also wanted to share this quote from Adorning the Dark by Andrew Peterson. His prayer is this: Jesus, you're the source of beauty. Help us make something beautiful. Jesus, you're the word that was with God in the beginning, the word that made all creation. Give us words and be with us in this beginning of this creation.
Mm-hmm. So that quote really captures the spirit of what we want to bring to our creative projects. Since our imagination is a reflection of God, we want to reflect God in how we use this gift.
That brings us to part 2. What is creativity? Let's consult the dictionary.
Okay, so according to the New Oxford American Dictionary, creativity is the use of imagination or original ideas, especially in the production of an artistic work.
Well, that leads me to ask, what is imagination?
Good question. All right. Imagination is the faculty or action of forming new ideas, images, concepts of external objects that are not present to the senses. To sum it up, creativity is using your imagination to bring what's in your mind out into the world.
But what if a person isn't very imaginative?
Well, even if you aren't imaginative or creative, everyone has ideas.
Right. So you might be inventive, which means using your imagination to figure out how things work or to come up with solutions for different problems. This is a more practical side of creativity.
Yeah, everyone is creative in different ways.
For sure. Part 3 of this video is why is creative expression important? A lot of people find that their head is just full of ideas they need to get out somewhere. And for those people, well, at least for me, creative expression just seems to be mandatory.
Yeah, and even if it doesn't come naturally to you, there are a lot of great reasons to get into creative expression.
It improves your cognitive function.
Yeah, you get to think outside the box and stretch your mind, and creative expression can help you relax and de-stress too.
And it's a boredom buster too.
For sure.
But on a more serious note, creative expression is great because you use your creations to bless others too. A story or devotional you write might be uplifting to someone, or maybe your comic will give someone a chuckle when they need it.
Creative expression can be valuable for different reasons.
In this lesson, we talked about how we each are creative because we are made in the image of God. We discussed what creativity is. We talked about why creative expression is important. In our next video, we are going to tackle the age-old question of how to find ideas. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.